On South-South News, I wanted to ask, the other day I asked you some specific questions, but I have, on the issue of how their content was included in UN webcast archives, I went back and looked at, this is something that I asked in October. So you'd said that somebody is looking into it.
Yes.
Given that it's now March, what exactly, how have they been looking into it? And also, I want to read you something that's on South-South News' website today, which says, South-South News received backing of UN Undersecretary General of Department of Public Information. And I wanted to know, I'm looking at it now, does this still stand? What do you say to this presentation?
Yes, my colleague did look into it. The request was from UN Habitat to use some information that was provided by South-South News for a project by Habitat.
There's more than one use, but can I, if there are other questions, go
yes,
ahead.
there are.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, there was an email from the staff union today about all the UN staff who'd been killed in the line of duty. Syria had the highest number, but they didn't say where they were killed in Syria. Do you have any information on that? Is it the government? Is it ISIS? Is it what?
What we've made some periodic details about the killing of different humanitarian workers. The biggest risk has been on to humanitarian workers being killed while on convoys. So there's been a lot of people killed that way. There have been some people who were killed, including local staff killed in their homes or on the streets during the fighting. There's no clear-cut case of responsibility. It's been different factions at different times, and as Stephane has pointed out to you, a lot of times it's difficult to identify even who is behind killings at checkpoints. They're different armed groups, and it's hard to determine which one is the one that's attacking.
Also on Morocco, go back to that, no court has ever said that the Sahara was part of Morocco. I don't know if you want to use the word occupied or not, but it's never been deemed legally part of Morocco by anyone but Morocco, yeah?
That's not a question, so I don't really have anything to say to that.
Is that not true?
You know the historical facts as well as anyone. Yes.
Sure, thanks a lot. I just am noting on the South-South News question that there's more than one use, and one that I'm looking at now is called, at high-level political forum, a focus on climate, and it has nothing to do with Habitat. So I guess I'd encourage you, since this was acted in October, there's not just one. There probably is one that's from Habitat, but there are a number of them. But here's the question about this room, and I'll keep it very brief, but I want to ask you about it. You can. My question is this, is that it was, I guess I want to ask you, I'll phrase it this way. Yesterday, as you held your briefing, there were two individuals in the booth right there, the interpreter's booth, the other interpreter's booth. And I wanted to know, since it's been explained to me that there's some clear rule, and it's been said that the Undersecretary General of the Department of Public Information says that there's an extremely clear rule that only interpreters can be in these booths, and if anyone other than an interpreter is in the booth, they face summary ouster from the United Nations. What was the use of this view?
Well,
please explain. Because
yeah,
he's been asked for the rule and didn't provide the rule.
Yes, there was in fact a violation of the room, which we
a violation of what rule? Can you provide the rule? Because she's been asked for the rule.
This is about by staff, by our fellow DPI staff who were unaware of this, but they have been told that they cannot use that room.
Yesterday,
they cannot and must not.
Who were they? Who were they? And did you know yesterday when you did nothing during your presence there?
I did not know because as when you were hiding there, it's actually difficult.
It's actually very easy to see. There is no hiding. They're totally visible. Okay, so you're saying you didn't know and yet you did nothing, and yet you say it's an extremely strong, bright rule.
No, I didn't say I did nothing. In fact, we're apprised of this, and they cannot use that room. Thanks.